How does a boy who loved soccer and dreamed of a bright future become one of the most wanted criminals in the Netherlands? This is the story of Rida Bennajem, a kid from a struggling family who got caught up in a world of crime, gangs, and betrayal. Get ready as we reveal the jaw-dropping story of Rida Bennajem, a tale of power, loyalty, and betrayal in the heart of Europe's most dangerous underworld. Trust me, you won't believe how it all ends. Rida Benajem's story begins in Amsterdam on March 27, 1991. He was born into a family of Moroccan immigrants and was one of 5 children. His father, who came from the busy city of Casablanca, worked as a cleaner to support the family. His mother, born in Ketama and raised in the mountain town of Tetuan, stayed at home to take care of the children. Every summer, the Bennajem family would make the long journey back to Tetuan. These trips were special for Rida because they helped him connect with his Moroccan culture and learn about where his family came from. But life in Amsterdam's Bos en Lomer neighborhood was far from easy. After Rida's parents divorced, the family faced even more struggles. His mother was left to raise the children alone, and money was often tight. Rida's early life was a mix of happiness and challenges. He liked to play soccer with his friends in the neighborhood and had fun running around with them. On Saturdays, he went to an Islamic school where he learned Arabic and studied the Quran. But school during the week was not as enjoyable for Rida. He had dyslexia, a learning difficulty that made reading and writing very hard for him. This meant he often fell behind in class and found it difficult to keep up with other students. He went to Multatuli School, a place that didn't have the best reputation for helping students succeed. After his parents divorced, Rida's troubles became worse. He stopped going to Islamic school, and he began losing interest in his education. At home, he saw his father less and less, as his father only visited once a week. Rida's world started to feel more difficult and uncertain. When Rida turned 16, he transferred to Ultra College. This school was meant to help students who had trouble focusing or who struggled with psychiatric challenges. At Ultra College, Rida met other teenagers who were already involved in criminal activities. They came from similar backgrounds and shared many of the same struggles. Rida's mother tried her best to guide him toward a better future. She enrolled him in cooking school and even bought him a chef's uniform, hoping he might find joy in becoming a chef. But Rida wasn't interested in cooking. Instead, he spent most of his time hanging out in the neighborhood with his friends, who introduced him to crime. Rida and his friends spent long hours in the streets of Bos en Lomer, especially around the Gulden Winkelplantsoen area. They hung out near the Albert Heijn store, where they joked, talked about soccer and kickboxing, and sometimes caused trouble. They would do things like catcalling people who walked by or riding scooters and performing tricks like wheelies. To outsiders, they looked like normal teenagers having fun, but their small acts of mischief were a sign of something darker brewing underneath. Many of Rida's friends were beginning to get involved in more serious crimes, and he followed their lead. By 2010, gang activity in Amsterdam was increasing, especially in the western neighborhoods. Moroccan gangs were becoming more powerful, and young Dutch Moroccan men were involved in many arrests. Rida's group of friends included people who were already part of these gangs. One of his closest friends was Saeed El Yazidi, who had a reputation for being aggressive and bold. Saeed would later become a big influence on Rida's life, steering him further into the world of crime. Rida's interest in crime grew over time. He loved watching DVDs of the Corleone series, a story about gangsters and organized crime. The characters in the movies fascinated him, and he began to see himself as a gangster too. In October 2010, Rida decided to take a big step into crime. Together with Saeed, he planned a robbery at a jewelry store. During the robbery, the store owners fought back. In the chaos, Rida fired his gun, hitting one of the owners, Fred Hund. Fred later died from his injuries. This tragic event changed Rida's life forever. The police offered a $45,000 reward for information leading to Rida's arrest. However, people in his community refused to cooperate with the police, which allowed him to remain free. Despite being wanted by the police, Rida continued to commit crimes. During Amsterdam's Gay Pride celebration in 2010, Rida and his friends were involved in another violent act. They participated in a shooting that injured two Dutch rappers. Both men survived, but the incident added to Rida's reputation as a dangerous criminal. It wasn't just the public that noticed Rida's growing reputation. His actions also caught the attention of the Mocro Maffia. This was a powerful Moroccan gang involved in drug trafficking and other serious crimes. Abdelhamid Ait Ben Mo, a leader in the gang, reached out to Rida and welcomed him into the group. The Mocro Maffia saw Rida's boldness and willingness to take risks as valuable traits. As Rida climbed the ranks of the criminal world, his violent and impulsive behavior often got him into trouble. In June 2011, Rida got into a fight with an old friend in the neighborhood. During the argument, Rida shot the friend. Luckily, the friend survived and refused to tell the police who shot him. Still, Rida was arrested and sent to prison for 5 months. After he was released, Rida briefly tried to live a normal life. He looked for regular work but found it boring and didn't think it provided enough money. He quickly went back to committing crimes. In January 2012, Rida was involved in another jewelry store robbery, this time in Leiden at Haas Gold. The robbery did not go as planned. A jeweler chased Rida and his accomplices, and Rida fired shots at the man. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but the incident led to a police chase. Rida exchanged gunfire with the police during the chase, but managed to escape. His accomplices were caught and sent to prison. This made Rida one of the most wanted criminals in the Netherlands. As his fame in the underworld grew, Rida became a regular visitor at Feyrouz, a popular shisha lounge in Amsterdam. This place attracted gangsters as well as university students, making it a unique meeting spot. At Feyrouz, Rida formed close relationships with Benauf Adawi and Hussein Ait Susan, two important members of the Mocro Maffia. These connections gave Rida more protection and bigger opportunities, but also pulled him deeper into the dangerous world of organized crime. In 2012, Rida took his criminal career to the next level by becoming a hitman. His first job was to kill Redouane Boutaka, a rival gang member accused of stealing a shipment of cocaine. Rida shot Redouane multiple times inside a shisha bar, killing him in front of many witnesses. This murder made Rida even more feared and respected in the gang. Later that year, Rida was hired to kill Najib Boo, a close associate of Gwinnett Martha, another major figure in the criminal world. Rida and his accomplice ambushed Najib outside a hotel in Antwerp, Belgium. The killing happened in broad daylight and shocked many people. It also fueled tensions between rival gangs, leading to more violence and revenge killings. As Rida's criminal activities grew, so did the dangers around him. Rival gangs wanted him dead, and his home in Amsterdam West was under constant surveillance by both police and enemies. Despite the risks, Rida continued to stay in his old neighborhood. He tried to keep the loyalty of friends and family by giving them money, but his reckless behavior started to create problems even within his own gang. He owed money to powerful people in the Mocro Maffia and began to lose their trust. Rida's paranoia increased, and he started trusting fewer and fewer people. One of his old friends, Saeed El Yazidi, tried to help by arranging a meeting with Benaouf to resolve some of Rida's problems. But the meeting ended in disaster. Saeed and another associate were killed in a drive-by shooting, and Rida barely escaped with his life. In early 2013, Rida's luck ran out. Someone he trusted gave him a BlackBerry phone as a gift. What Rita didn't know was that the phone had spyware installed, allowing a rival gang to track his every move. On March 16, 2013, Rida was ambushed outside a restaurant in Amsterdam's Slotervaart district. He was shot 7 times and died instantly. Rida's death at the age of 21 shocked his community. His body was taken back to Tétouan, where he was buried on his birthday. Investigations revealed that the BlackBerry used to track him had been part of a plan by his enemies. Some even suspected that people within the Mocro Maffia might have betrayed him. Rida Benajem's story is a sad example of how a young life can take a wrong turn. He started as a boy who loved soccer and ended as a feared gangster. His life shows the struggles faced by young people in tough neighborhoods and how, without the right guidance, they can fall into dangerous paths. Today, his name is still remembered as a symbol of the gang violence that has affected Amsterdam. His story serves as both a warning and a reminder of the challenges that marginalized youth face. What do you think could have changed Rida's life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a story from Dutch Crime Rundown. Thanks for watching.